Okay, so guys, hi. This is a big talk at the kitchen. Why it's big? Because I thought that, it's like small talk, but it's big talk. Because it's obviously not small at all. Still, we're trying to be brief. The topic of this video of this big talk, is my anxiety. So yeah, the topic is anxiety, and probably this is a topic that can bother a lot of people, apart from me, but also obviously I'm an anxious person, and that's why I kind of thought about some ways I can calm this anxiety down. I can, I don't know, tame it somehow. There's notes, not to forget. So what am I going to do to ease it? Like, some steps, some methods maybe, but actually it's just one step. Okay, not maybe one step, but one method at least. And I thought about like postponing thoughts. Leave it like for the better times, maybe for the best time. Just not worry in the moment, because it's the most, I think, exhausting, the most hazardous part of being anxious is just being anxious. Like when you worry about something non-stop, like it's 24/7, you're just constantly thinking about something. I experienced that when I was living like in my thoughts, in my anxious thoughts for like from morning till late night. That was also the trigger of my insomnia in some way. That's why I hate it. I hate what anxiety is doing to me, because it can help you, obviously, because it's some like helping mechanism for your brain which tries to warn you about something. But still, we can deal with it differently. That's for sure. Just believe me. You need to realize what is anxiety to you. Because when you postpone some thoughts, that means that you're still noticing things, you're still paying attention, but you're just doing it more healthy, more friendly towards yourself. You're just leaving the thoughts. Like you can, this practice when you just write down some thoughts and like you bring them to physical life. And that helps like to clean your brain a little bit. And there is also a practice when you like, I don't know, you have to plan something. You're thinking about it constantly during like the time you're like getting to sleep, and it interferes with your sleep a lot. So what can you do? You can choose an exact date, and this date will be the day when you just start thinking about it. You will start planning something, not earlier that moment, just at that exact day. And that helps a lot. And postponing thoughts is kind of the same, but usually you can choose some exact date. It's hard because you don't know when like something happens and you will have to worry about something. That's why you just postpone your thoughts. You leave them for some time, and when this time comes, when you realize that something is happening, something is not right, that something is scratching inside your soul, maybe inside your brain, in your heart, or anything, like the way you feel it, you just start noticing one more time. You're doing like this little checkup. You check all the moments you're worrying about and try to figure out whether they have a chance to be like true, or they're just fears. Just fears, not based on anything, just fears. Your usual, I don't know, followers maybe. And after this checkup, you may rest. Like until the next period when you feel anxious once again, when you feel like something is scratching inside you. Just like that. Just leave it. And that means that this period of time is not for worrying, it's time for being happy, not thinking about anything. And that doesn't mean that you're ignoring the problems you have, the worries you have, the fears you have. No, you're accepting them, but you leave them for an appropriate time. Because what is anxiety? Anxiety is like, some people say that it's like our friend, but I say that it's not exactly a friend. It's like more of a person who is like acting like a friend, but in reality, it's more tricky. Because the main aim of anxiety is to tell you in the end when something happens that like, I was right. I knew it. I knew it all along. I just knew it, and you just didn't listen to me. So, but I'm cool. That's what anxiety is doing to you. She's trying to help, but it's more of an kind of egoistic thing. She might help you, but some part of it only. What I would do with this anxiety, I would just put it in a cage, so I can look at it, I can talk with it, but still, I'm not hugging it, I'm not letting this anxiety hug me or touch me. We're just like having some distance. And still I notice her. I remember that she exists. I don't ignore her. And that is why she's also kind of happy with that. She's like, okay. At least she notices me. And that's the thing. Because anxiety is worried also that you experience pain. One more time. Because we all experience pain at some period of our life, but it will always be with us. And I think that the most important thing is just to accept that pain will always be there. And like your anxiety won't help you like to get rid of this pain. No, it only makes you worry in the moment. That's it. That's the main like, I know, idea of anxiety. You're just worrying in the moment that something happens. Yeah, so there's this pattern, like you're worrying for a lot of time, you're just like, you're feeling really exhausted by this anxiety. Then something happens, something you feared would happen. It happens. And what's next? You experience pain. But your anxiety can say, well, at least I knew, and at least I was saying that to you. And you just ignore me. Poor you, I guess. But there's another scenario without anxiety in it. Or with anxiety, but just like, just playing the small part in the play. That's it. You just make her noticed. That's it. But you're still living happy life. You're in this moment when, like, before something happens, if it happens, because it's also like not 100% guaranteed that something will happen. No, but it might happen. So okay, you live in happy life, then something happens, you experience pain one more time, yeah? But there is no this like, oh, I knew it. No, you just learn from it. You just learn from it, and for the next time, you get more knowledge. That's the main point of experiencing pain. You just get some knowledge. And you just face different events in your life. Okay, some people may say that, like, well, anxiety helps me like to minimize the effect of pain. Like, I'm not that affected by it. I'm feeling less pain when I'm like prepared for it. Well, maybe, or maybe just an illusion. Also, you might think about it. But still, you were living an unhappy life before that moment. That means that you're like, you just stretched the pain, and it just like covered all the time. When you could have been happy, it was still pain. It was already pain, just a little bit, but it was still pain. Not still already pain. Then pain, of course it's pain, and it still like hurts. But you could have just lived this one point, just to feel the pain, maybe. So I think the last thing that I want to say about anxiety, which is like really important for you, just to accept that pain might be there in the end, that something might fail in the end, There is no guarantee that everything works like 100%. But if you accept that thought that something might fail, you will be already ready for it without anxiety. You will be just ready for it mentally, because you're free. You're not addicted to one point of view, to one scenario. You're accepting it all, but it still will hurt. It will hurt, and that's what we're accepting. Well, of course, I also might be mistaken. So you can write your thoughts on that in the comments, and we'll think about it together.